Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the Nifty Expiry with our expert Shivangi Sharda. Shivangi ma'am, I've sent you a request to join the stage. Please accept that. Good afternoon everyone. Shivangi ma'am, can you hear me? If yes, please accept the request and join the stage. I've sent you. Yes, you are clearly visible, ma'am. We'll start in a minute. You can share your screen and then we are good to go. The flow of the session would be, guys, we'll start with the Nifty outlook, strikes on radar, any trade if we have right away, or else, we'll analyze throughout the session. We'll give you a BTST. Time raha, to we'll take some stock queries as well, so you can drop them one by one in the chat and we'll be happy to take it up. So, Shivangi ma'am, over to you. You can share the screen and then we can start.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon. We've seen that Nifty has witnessed a roller coaster ride this week, and week के opening में हम एक gap down opening के साथ open हुए थे 1150 1150 points gap down, and after that we've seen that of course there has been some sort of recovery, but global tensions around the Trump's statements and decisions around the tariffs have been quite heavy on our markets as well. अगर आप देखो तो India VIX भी काफी spike होते हुए दिखा था. India VIX has risen by almost 50% in a day. इस week में अगर हम देखें, so it had risen about 58% this week. It crossed 23 levels, तो कहीं ना कहीं यहाँ पे भी एक discomfort मिल रहा है bulls को. Even though there is support based buying in Nifty, but overall, upside remains capped because of this higher volatility and high swings market. Today is of course Wednesday. It's Nifty expiry because कल हम holiday है, तो फिर आज ही हम expiry के movement expect कर रहे हैं. Thank you so much for the very warm messages. Everyone's writing welcome. Thank you so much, guys. So overall, the market has been quite lackluster, and from the morning we've seen that the market has traded in a low band of round about आप ऐसा कह सकते हो कि हम आज का अगर रेंज देख लें तो upside we've not crossed 22,470 and downside we've not reached 22,350. So the range has been almost 100 points for most part of the day, and 100 points के movement में भी अगर हम 15 minutes के structure को देखें, so this has been Nifty today. So extremely lackluster and no momentum in the options, but जो थोड़े momentum है वो भी काफी छोटा swings हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. So we are looking at quite slow momentum in the Nifty option premiums as well, but nevertheless we're tracking overall. अगर हम bias की बात करें, it's on the downside because upside comfort नहीं मिल रहा है bulls को, even though there is support based buying, but upside remains capped because of the call writers जो अपना position बढ़ाए जा रहे हैं. It's of course we have less than an hour left to the expiry. We are moving in a very lackluster movement, but let's expect or let's hope for some movement so that we can capture a good trade today. But overall dull day and cannot be ruled out. But interestingly, ऐसे markets में it becomes very important to have your risk management. Now, when India VIX is at such higher zones, we can see that there is complete discomfort for the bulls, and there will be a lot of intraday swings that will be seen. So रिस्क मैनेजमेंट आपको क्लियरली मेंटेन करना है ऐसे मार्केट्स में, एंड यू विल हैव टू हैव अ प्रॉपर स्टॉप लॉस मैकेनिज्म एज वेल. डू नॉट कैरी मच ट्रेड्स ओवरनाइट. आप अपना जो ओवरनाइट रिस्क है या एक्सपोजर है वो बिल्कुल कम करिए, बिकॉज वी आर हेडिंग इनटू अ वीक वेयर देयर आर टू holidays, but both of these holidays, both tomorrow and the Monday's holiday, is just the holiday for the Indian market. Global markets on रहेंगे, तो आप ये समझ सकते हो कि while we come back after the holiday, the global market sentiments will also be impacted on our market. So gap down, gap ups will be there, expected because of the Trump's statements that we are expecting. तो उस हिसाब से आप अपने ओवरनाइट पोजीशंस और रिस्क जरूर कम करना, राइट. Overall, markets have been a little tricky, and because of the gap up and gap downs, but we are looking at the put side, right? हम track कर रहे हैं consistently. We are also looking at some of the strategies agar kuch lucrative rahe, but of course today's expiry strategy premiums will be quite shallow. So we are tracking 22,450 put for that matter right now for the next 1 hour. This will be the put that we can track. It is trading near about 50 right now. एंड अगर हमें स्ट्रैटेजी के बेस्ड भी जाना है, रिस्क रिवॉर्ड इज कमिंग एज टू 1:1, सो not much of a favorable strategy that we can deploy right now. तो हम naked buying के लिए ही जा रहे हैं for the next few minutes, but of course only if there is momentum and till the time Nifty holds below 22,400. अगर Nifty 22,400 के नीचे ट्रेड करता है तब हम यहाँ पे ये 22,450 के पुट को इनिशिएट कर सकते हैं. सो वील हैव टू लुक एट 22,400 के एक लेवल. तो यहाँ पे आप ये लेवल्स को ध्यान रखो फॉर द expiry hero zero option for the day. This is the strike on radar. So we'll keep you posted for the movements if there is any in this strike. Now, of course, we have been seeing that consumption stocks are doing quite well, and even in such kind of a market scenario, ये कुछ ऐसे कंजम्पशन वाले स्टॉक्स है जो बहुत ही अच्छे कर रहे हैं despite the market volatility. There hasn't been any gaps here. So, of course, consumption should be kept on radar, right? I'll just quickly share a few names as well. Consumption stocks में या FMCG pack में Tata Consumer, Marico, these names are looking quite positive. But of course, for a quick intraday swing only, not do not carry much of positions on overnight. उसके अलावा हम देख रहे हैं कि Indigo has been doing quite well. So if you look at the chart of Indigo, it has been making consistently higher highs, higher lows, and 13 trading sessions के consolidation के बाद 1,070 एक जो इसका एक levels था 5,000 around about 5,200 का, उसको अब एक की पूरी तैयारी कर रहा है ये stock, and it had actually inched towards 5,300 today. A little bit of a sink from the higher levels, but overall काफी positive है Indigo. Crude oil के price में drop आया है जिस वजह से Indigo has benefited from that. So this one is a stock to be kept on radar. Fresh breakout with volumes can be seen here. These are some of the names. Of course, consumptions or aviation counters के अलावा financial space के कुछ stocks है, which is also looking quite active. But not for trading perspective, a little positional calls. But of course, one can look at Bajaj Finance for a little positional to long-term pick. But if we talk about Nifty again, 22,400, अगर ये ब्रीच करके इसके नीचे जाता है तब हम 22,450 के पुट ऑप्शन में ट्रेड करेंगे. Right now it's trading near 50, and we'll expect some movement here so that we can capture a good move in the next 20 minutes. So this is the trade setup as of now.
For the people who have joined right now, please note Nifty 22,450 put is on our radar. We have already pinned it in the chat section. आप वहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. And we'll share BTST by end of the session. Ma'am, any investment tips for next 6 months?
Very nice questions because हम कोई भी stock market में stocks को अगर देखते हैं तो we wait for any dips to come so that we can buy at a discounted rate. And of course, right now we are at a little bit of a dip. तो अभी बहुत ही अच्छे levels पे आपको काफी stocks जो है वो मिलेंगे. You can look at some of the financial name stocks which have been resilient in the last one quarter and looks quite positive for the next two. तो फाइनेंशियल नेम्स में आप जरूर नजर रख सकते हो. Some of the heavyweight counters are looking good. Diversify your portfolio and also include some of the travel and tourism packs which includes aviation या फिर आप कुछ होटल के stocks भी देख सकते हो. Also include some of the consumption name theme stocks because they have been outperforming and they are likely to be in flavor. Apart from this, some of the chemical and fertilizer names can also be kept on radar. Seasonality wise, May, June is a very excellent month for these stocks. So chemical fertilizer, ये सारे stocks को आपको जरूर रखना है radar पे for the next few months. So I think this can be a whole basket that you can create for the investments for the next few months, for that matter.
Ma'am, right now are we analyzing or we can take some stock queries? Actually, I dropped off for a minute.
So Nifty is right now trading at 22,400 levels. We had started the session here itself 15 minutes back, and we are still at 22,400. 22,450 के call option और put option को हम track कर रहे हैं. Of course, दूसरे call option को भी हम track कर रहे हैं, but the bias is towards the sell on rise for the next 15-20 minutes because of the pressure that the market has been in. So 22,450 put is what we are looking at. हमने session के start पे इसको देखा था 50 के आसपास. अभी right now it's trading at 49. So absolutely lackluster movement here. आप देख सकते हो market is also stuck at 22,400 levels. So now our trade point will be where Nifty crosses and breaches 22,400 levels. अगर ये breach करके नीचे आता है तब हम यहाँ पे एक put option trade initiate कर सकते हैं. But till that we'll have to wait and watch. There is absolutely no momentum on the call side, even though we are tracking the call side strike as well. But क्योंकि overall market जो है वो consolidative mood में है और सुबह से थोड़ी बहुत weakness रहा है तो इसलिए हम put के side में ही अपना bias create कर रहे हैं. But of course, setup so says that there is upside capped, which is making the put quite lucrative. But अभी भी फिलहाल हम देख रहे हैं कि 22,450 put is trading at 49 levels. तो यहाँ पे अगर ये cool off होता है या फिर यहाँ पे एक sudden break हम देखते हैं 22,400 से तब हम इसमें enter कर सकते हैं. But right now time decay will play its part and it's trading at 49 right now. So we'll wait for these levels to come. Till then, I think we can take a few questions and continue with the rest of the session.
Ma'am, your view on Vare Engineering?
Okay. So Not getting the script here.
Ma'am, you've given DEML.
Okay, I'll shift to BEML. So, looking at BEML, we've seen that this stock has been in a little bit of a downtrend in the last 4 to 5 months. And even though we did see some pullback move, but it failed to hold, above 3100 levels. So 3100 पे हल्का सा resistance है यहाँ पे. 3100 क्रॉस करते ही हम 3400 तक के लेवल्स के लिए वेट कर सकते हैं. But quite a lot of patience is required for this stock to move, because ये breakout के बाद वापस 3-4 दिन डल हो जाता है. It's the nature of the stock. So keep a stop loss in hand.
Ma'am, your view on Dixon, is it getting benefited due to Trump tariff?
So IT, technology stocks, and of course the entire Trump tensions that have happened have impacted the entire IT space. But overall, Dixon has been a loser from the last 4 months. तो ये ट्रम्प के टेंशंस के वजह से तो है ही अभी फिलहाल का जो मूवमेंट है. But of course, from the last 4 months, we've not seen any sort of uh, you know follow up here या फिर कोई fresh buying यहाँ पे देखने को नहीं मिला है. So Dixon from the IT space, we can drop this stock and we can focus on the better momentum theme based stocks.
Ola sorry, no, Ola Electric and Electra, both the stocks.
Okay, I'll come back to that, but the very interesting comment that I saw just right now. Urmila is writing, ma'am, nowadays every alternate week expiry is dull. What should retail traders do? Absolutely. This has been a problem that we've been facing as well, because expiries are extremely dull. Even today being Wednesday, there is lack of momentum and movement here. आप देखो अब Nifty, we started talking at 22,200 marks, and we're still trading at those levels only. The put that we started tracking 15 minutes back is exactly where it was. So clearly there is no momentum on the expiry hour, and it's becoming very difficult. So Urmila and the others can actually go for strategy based trading in such kind of a market scenario. Of course, if you sit to do the strategy right 1 hour before the expiry, it's not going to work because the premiums already melt down a lot. So what you can do is early in the morning when the market starts, you can do the strategy as per the view. Of course, in our morning sessions as well, the strategies can be discussed, and what looks positive for the expiry day. But overall, I think this is the only way that we can cater to a highly volatile market scenario, being retail investors and traders. Because in such a case where we are doing strategy based, our positions are quite hedged और हमें ज़्यादा exposure या risk नहीं रहता है. So for the little point movement or little point paid, we can get exposure. But of course, our gains will also be limited, but the losses will also be limited, which makes it a win-win in such kind of a market scenario. So strategy-based trading is what you can do. Gurmeet is writing, premium of 22,450 put is not decaying. What does it mean? So of course, 22,450 put that we had started tracking at the start of the session 20 minutes back has been exactly there at 50, and it is in the money put option. So it clearly means that यहाँ पे we are actually right now at 22,400 levels, and 22,450 का जो put है, which is 50 points away from the spot, is also trading at 50, right? So agar hum strike, the difference of the strike and the spot is also 50 and the premium is also 50. So this is expectation is that the expiry will be at 22,400 levels right now that where we are standing. अगर ये प्रीमियम ज्यादा होता then we would have expected the market to go below 22,400, but since the premium is exactly same as the difference of the spot and the strike, we are not expecting much movements here in the index for the next few minutes. So right now अगर आप देखो 22,400 पे ही है Nifty and the put is also near about 50 to 51 levels. So not much movement that we are seeing.
Any BTSTs?
So my advice to everyone would be that carry minimum positions overnight, and if you can avoid BTSC trades for the day because we are entering into a long weekend as well. And weekends, we're getting two holidays, which are not global market holidays. So global markets will be on. तो यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि next day जब हम open करेंगे, we'll have more risk of the position. So advice would be to stay light on the overnight and BTST trades.
Ma'am, your strategy for stock selections for intraday?
So for intraday, one can look at the derivatives data. There is a lot of open interest activity that keeps happening. We need to choose. Of course, we need to go for top-down approach. That is, we have to first check how the market is behaving. At second up is how the sectors are doing, which sectors have been, outperforming. And then the third comes within the sector, how do you choose the best stock in that scenario? Of course, the next 5 minutes would not be enough for me to explain the entire process, but this is how the backbone or the framework works. So quick update, Nifty is at 22,400 levels and the put 22,450 put is at 51. So it hasn't oscillated much. We're trading exactly near the same. Of course, if there is a 3 p.m. tick, then there will be some movement, but the movement that we're expecting will be quite less because the market has been in such kind of a lackluster move. तो इतने टाइम से इतने देर से हम देख रहे हैं कि वहीं चिपका हुआ है मार्केट और लैकलस्टर हुआ है, इस कारण से हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि 3 बजे का भी एक टिक जो है वो सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं रहेगा. So you'll have to be very smart while trading in such kind of a market.
I guess, ma'am, today rather than stock queries, everyone is more focused on knowledge queries and how they can use your expertise to their own benefit. That's great. Ma'am, any particular sectors that we can focus?
Yes, so sectors, what we can focus is on financial space stocks, some of the consumption name stocks, and aviation counters, which have been benefit from the crude oil drop. So ये तीन counters को आप ध्यान रखो, and this will be quite lucrative for the next few sessions.
Yes, Mayurji, we are focusing on knowledge as well if we can't focus on money because of the market conditions. Guys,
So I would like to add to this that many a times we see such kind of market scenarios and we are trying to jump into trades, but having the knowledge of where to enter and where not to enter is also a big money making skill. Now, if you are seeing that the markets are not quite lucrative and safe enough, I think you should take a back foot and not be over smart with the markets, because market has a way to come around and test your patience as well. So I think knowledge is very important for money making. It's a base for money making. So never ignore that fact. आपके पास सरस्वती रहेगी तो ही लक्ष्मी आएगी.
Too deep, ma'am, I guess. Ma'am, let's do a rapid fire on stock queries. We'll take a 5, 6 queries and then we can end this session. We on
Sure.
TCS.
Okay, so IT stocks have been in lackluster. TCS is also one of those counters where I would suggest to avoid. um, uh, काफी हम अभी ट्रम्प के स्टेटमेंट्स की वजह से भी डॉलर इंडेक्स में मूवमेंट्स देख रहे हैं. So IT will be like a big avoid right now because of the lack of movement and momentum.
We on Astral.
Again, this entire space is quite volatile because of the announcements that are having every day. Not quite a stock which you can kind of bottom fish right now. Let it settle at these levels, और फिर हम enter कर सकते हैं.
Indian hotels.
Indian hotel, out of the entire travel and tourism pack, has been quite positive. And despite the gap down this week, we've seen that pullback move भी अच्छा आया है. आज के session में भी नीचे level 750 पे एक बहुत अच्छा support था. So 750 will be your support for Indian hotel for the next upside towards 800, 820 levels.
Asian Paints.
So crude oil price movements have created a trigger for these stocks which use it as a raw material, like the aviation counters, like the paint counters. So Asian paints have been in focus in the last 3 days. But overall, अगर हम long term structure देखिए, इसका काफी bruised रहा है. So month on month basis, Asian paints is now turning. But overall, for a quick intraday perspective, we can get a quick move. But positionally, the stock is going to take a little more time to again get back to pre levels.
And then this will be the last query, Suzlon.
So again, a very high volatile counter, but again, stop losses has to be kept in mind while trading in this kind of a counter. And it will be advised to stay sound with the heavy weights in such kind of a market scenario. But technically speaking, if I have to talk about a level, so 49 would be an important support for Suzlon.
So guys, this is the end of our afternoon session. We will be coming
Just
back
a
soon.
quick update. Nifty is at 22,400, 399 तक आया. 400 पे ही है, and the put that we were tracking 22,450 is at 51 rupees. So 49 से लेके 51 इतना ही movement हुआ है in the last half an hour. So you can imagine how difficult it would have been to trade in such a market जहाँ option premium खाली 3 रुपए चल रहे हैं, वो भी near about at the money option premium. So very difficult, lackluster day for an option buyer. But of course, we've seen that India VIX is very high. Until the time it doesn't cool off, advice is to stay light.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for joining in and sharing valuable advice and knowledge today, and focusing more towards the learning aspect of stock market, since we didn't have much momentum and no trade today. So that will be all. See you again day after tomorrow in the morning session, guys. Thank you, everyone.